The transition from a polished public life to a hidden reality occurs in the space of a single step. For some, the boundary between a corporate career and a violent pathology is kept entirely out of sight. Ocean Parkway runs along this narrow strip of Gilgo Beach, isolated by dense brush and water. This geography acted as a natural vault, keeping a serial offender's secrets for over a decade. This sustained silence was possible through compartmentalization. It is the clinical ability to separate a violent internal life from a mundane daily routine. Because the offender never allowed these two worlds to touch, traditional behavioral profiling failed. There was no erratic behavior to flag and no obvious suspect pool to investigate. Investigators eventually moved away from looking for behavioral clues in the suspect's daily life. They focused instead on the invisible digital footprints generated by modern living. The suspect's actual defense was the sheer volume of his daily data, which proved more effective than the physical isolation of the Long Island coast. Detectives began a macro-analysis of millions of localized data points. They were looking for a single, repeating anomaly that appeared across multiple crime scenes. The investigation centered on the suspect's use of burner phones. These devices were likely chosen because of the perceived anonymity of prepaid, unregistered hardware. This map visualizes the first data pool: burner phone pings hitting cell towers near Gilgo Beach during specific timeframe windows associated with the disappearances. By tracking the geographic movement of these specific signals, a clear trail emerged, moving steadily westward, away from the coast. The burner phone travel paths matched a routine commuter pattern. The data pings from the coast and the pings from a specific Manhattan office hub overlapped at the same time intervals. This overlap filtered out millions of residents and commuters, leaving a list of only a few individuals who moved between these two specific locations. The digital pattern provided the first break in a decade-long vacuum of information. At the bottom of this digital funnel, investigators identified a specific individual, Rex Heuermann. Heuermann was an architect with a corporate office in Midtown Manhattan. He operated daily in this hyper-visible environment, showing no outward signs of the organized offender profile. However, overlapping cell tower data is circumstantial. It identifies a person of interest, but it is not enough to support a murder indictment. The task force moved to physical surveillance, following Heuermann through his ordinary routines to look for a source of biological evidence. That opportunity came during a lunch break, when Heuermann discarded a partially eaten pizza crust in a public trash receptacle. The laboratory successfully extracted a DNA profile from that crust. It matched the biological evidence found on the victims, providing a physical link to the crimes. Decades of masking and architectural planning were ultimately undone by a single biological remnant. The investigation and Heuermann's private life collided when police arrived at his home. The quiet of the residential neighborhood ended with the placement of crime scene tape. The forensic evidence detailed in the subsequent indictment led to multiple charges of murder. Rex Heuermann is currently in custody and awaiting trial. Neighbors and professional colleagues are now reconciling the architect they knew with the details released by the district attorney's office. While the human mind can build a mental wall to separate two lives, it cannot erase the physical record those lives leave behind. This case demonstrates that an offender can live a hyper-visible life in a suit and tie, while the forensic trail remains invisible to the naked eye, until modern science makes that trail visible.